This is New York Comic Con 2016, and I'm here with Comics Verse.
I'm Chris Massari, here with Comics First, with another Dirk Manning edition interview. The one, the only, the legend, the man, the myth, everything. So we're here to talk about a lot today. Got a lot of new projects coming up. So where do we even begin? Do we want to start with Mr. RHEE? Do we want to start with Right or Wrong? Do we want to start with Nightmare World?
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that the whole interview.
Let's start with Mr. RHEE, because you just finished Kickstarter. Books are on a boat in Taiwan, missing a hurricane.
Yeah. We actually had to delay the shipping by a couple of weeks due to a typhoon. But lest anyone think I am not a man of my word, this is the proof copy of the Tales of Mystery Volume 3 hardcover. Right here it is.
You want to touch it.
You want to touch it? Yeah.
You want to caress it.
You want to caress it?
I kind of want to caress it a little bit.
So the book is real. It is on its way right now.
I can feel it.
Yeah, we actually added a little enhancement to the cover. So really excited about Tales of Mystery Volume 3. It'll be in stores, in a couple weeks after it lands. 5 issues, 5 standalone stories. Each focusing on a different character from the mystery universe, and we're really starting to get into the world building as well as connecting very directly Tales of Mystery back to
Nightmare World.
Back to Nightmare World.
Which, full circle,
see what I did there?
We have another edition of Nightmare World coming out.
Yeah, I'm really excited. At long last, Nightmare World Volume 4 is going to be coming out. We're launching a Kickstarter for Nightmare World Volume 4 on Halloween. High noon is the plan, Eastern Standard Time. And I'm really excited because you're going to be able to get Nightmare World Volume 4, which has never been printed, several new stories, or you can get the Nightmare World Omnibus, which is going to be the 52 stories from all 4 books, so 1, 2, and 3, as well as Volume 4, all put together in one big, giant, roughly 500-page omnibus.
It's a big book. Are you getting like hardcover, old?
Yeah. Well, what we're going to do is it's going to be hardcover, and my intention for the Kickstarter is however many stretch goals we get, because people that back my stuff on Kickstarter know, you get a ton of stuff. The Tales of Mystery Volume 3 Kickstarter, we unlocked 13 stretch goals.
You ran out of some stretch goals a little bit.
Yeah, it was crazy. We had to keep adding more. So what I'm going to do with the Nightmare World is all the stretch goals are going to be used to enhance the Kickstarter edition of the omnibus. My goal, leather bound. Like Metallica's first demo, No Life Till Leather, that's our goal. A 500-page leather-bound Nightmare World omnibus collecting volumes 1, 2, and 3 plus volume 4, all 52 stories wrapped up, completely reordered in one, like the definitive edition of the book. And then obviously, after that, we'll release a standard edition of the omnibus to the direct market.
Will there be single issues for the new edition as well?
You can just get volume 4. You can get the omnibus, or you can get. I'll have a pledge level. You can get both. That way people can actually get like the trade paperback edition of Volume 4. That'll be the lender, but then the omnibus, that'll be the stay at home.
Boy.
That's the big boy. That's the reader. That's if you really like someone, you should say, look at this sweet book I got.
That's 52.
52 8-page stories, each with their own cover. 4 prose stories, 2 pages each, and it's going to be...
Going to weigh a good 20 pounds?
We'll find
15
out.
pounds?
It's going to weigh just right. Just right.
Following up on another project, we have Right or Wrong number 1 right here. Yeah. Number 2 is in its...
I've been doing some pretty strong brainstorming on Volume 2. My plan is this winter to get started on Right or Wrong Volume 2. Gary Reed, who's the publisher of Caliber Comics, who publishes Right or Wrong, actually passed away this week. So that was, that really left a big, that left a big hole, for a lot of us. But I'm moving ahead. In fact, just a couple weeks ago, we were talking about Right or Wrong Volume 2 and getting ready to do that. But this is still moving ahead. We're going to be doing Right or Wrong Volume 2 as well as writing Tales Mystery Volume 4. And then in November, we have, Love Stories to Die For. So by the end of the year, I'll have 3 new books out. And then beginning of 2017, several more books in production.
How many, right now, how many scripts are you writing as far as series, or are you focused more on the selling at this point in time?
Right now, I'm very heavily pre-gaming on Tales Mystery Volume 4, as well as Nightmare World 4. I've been finishing up editing the scripts for the new stories in Nightmare World Volume 4. It's like I got like 5 or 6 total out of the 13, like with the editor and stuff like that. So we got those. I've been talking to Seth the Moose, who's drawing Tales of Mystery Volume 4. We're working pretty heavily on that. I'm pretty excited about that. And then from there, like I said, by the end of this touring cycle, or shortly thereafter, we'll have Nightmare World 4 on the Omnibus, Tales of Mystery Volume 3, and Love Stories to Die For. Then while I'm touring on those, I'll start working more heavily on Right or Wrong 2 and Tales of Mystery Volume 4.
Now, generally when we do interviews, talk a lot about the comics. We don't always get to talk about the right or wrong aspects of things. So today I wanted to focus a little bit on that.
Sure.
Your advice to independent creators, a lot of people who work for Comics First or watch the videos in general. It's very hard on YouTube to find anyone giving advice on processes of things that people should take. Now, obviously, I'm going to plug this, not on purpose. Read this book. It's my Bible. It's helped me out a lot. I have a comic coming out. I give all the credit to this book.
He's trying to make me blush on camera, so I do this.
So, what do you suggest to any new writers, new artists who are trying to break in? What are the processes? Should they visit conventions? Is there certain sites to look into? There's not a lot of answers. It's very hard to find a definitive answer.
There's a couple things. I mean, and honestly, one of them, look at what's out there. Read Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud, even if you write and don't draw. Pick up Right or Wrong on Amazon. Obviously, we're going to look at how to redistribute this and things like that and move forward with this book. Go to conventions, but and talk to people. Ultimately, though, it comes down to three things. There's 3 rules. Each rule is only 2 words. So you remember these 6 words, you can do anything. Work hard. Nothing's going to get done if you don't work hard. You don't dedicate yourself to it. Be nice. Be nice to everyone you meet. The same people you meet coming up are the same people you're going to meet coming down. You never know who you're talking to. You don't know people's story. Just be nice. And the third thing is no excuses. There is no excuse not to be able to do it. There are resources like Right or Wrong. There are conventions. You can go talk to people. You can go to panels. I do panels all the time about this stuff. You can't afford to go to a convention, that's fine. Pick up a book, things like that on Amazon, whether it be my book or someone else's. Look at the resources out there and study and dedicate it to yourself. Maybe you don't have the money to go to a convention, you don't have the money to pick up a book. Consider your expenses. Do you need to get a second job? I tell people all the time, if you don't have money to do it, it's going to cost. You have to invest in your career.
That was actually going to be something I want to follow up on. Is no one that at least I've seen talks about the financial aspects and that difficulty. So what are the difficulties, especially as a new creator, not established, income-wise, getting started? You have to pay your artists, your colorists.
Absolutely.
If you're doing pencils, inks, you have to publisher, distribution. So
I'm going to be horrible. A lot of that's going to be in Right or Wrong Volume 2. But bottom line, what you're really remember it's coming. But the big thing is I mean, is it that you don't have the money, or is it how you're spending the money you have? And that's the first thing I tell people. Is that and sometimes you legitimately don't have the money. There's money out there to be made. I worked 2 jobs for years, including doing comic books, because I had my day job money and I had my comic money. That second job was not glamorous. One of the best moments of my life was when I realized I don't need this second job anymore, because the comics pay for themselves. But that's rule number 1. Work hard. What do you want, and what are you willing to do to get it? Are you willing to go work some crappy ass job to have money to pay artists to work with you, or to pay to print, or to pay to come table at a show like New York? This isn't cheap. This is not cheap. Parking's $50 a day. I'm here for a week. $350 to leave a car somewhere.
That's just parking. That's not including booth or food and a hotel.
That's not table. That's hotel. Anything. So, but you have to invest in yourself. And you don't start doing New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con is an incredible show. Mike Nagan puts together an artist alley that this is the mecca of all artist alleys anywhere. Followed up only by I would say by C2E2, and then Emerald City this year is going to be amazing as well. But you don't start here because this is a high investment show. Look at all these books. I got
not including the boxes down here.
10, 12. I got 13 books sitting on this, 13 different titles sitting on this table. That's why I'm doing New York. I wouldn't come here when I started with 1 book. I wouldn't come here with 2 books, personally. I don't know if I'd come here with 3 books. I have 13 titles. I can swing New York. But you got to start small, build your way up. You work hard, you do little shows. Look at the regional conventions in your area. Make a little money, make connections. Think of it like a band. A band, you play clubs now to play arenas later.
Very wise words. Something to definitely think about. Moving away from comics, we have the championship belt here.
Yes!
Now we know what the belt is, the karaoke win belt. As you can see, it's still being held.
It is. I am the, Dan Doherty and I, we are the #1 comic book creator karaoke band on earth. As evidenced, so here we are, the #1 comic book creator karaoke band on earth, right here.
Right here.
We still retain the belt. We have the belt. We own the belt. We are the belt.
We have become the belt.
The belt is one with us.
The belt is me.
And
the belt
me.
Is you.
And the belt is us. But it is not all these other jabronis out there that talk all this game like they're going to come and take our karaoke championship. Because interestingly enough, we still have the belt.
Us.
It is us. It is us forever. Forever. And especially forbidden taint those jabronis that are out there talking all this game. You'll notice this was theirs. We took the belt. We won the belt. We made them sign the belt, and then we kept the belt.
Yeah, we own them now.
We own them.
We own them.
own a piece of their soul.
They're done.
We take a piece of the soul of everyone we compete with. We own them. They leave a weeping, just sniveling, disgusting mess. But that's what you get when you step up to us.
It's painful. I feel bad for all of them.
Woo!
So
You want to touch the belt?
I kind of want to touch the belt. I get to touch everything today.
I know. You get to touch Mr. E. You get to touch this.
We love talking to you, Dirk. It's always fun. It's always the best interviews.
The comics are great, man. So thank you very much.
We always love promoting you. So
It's mutual.
if you haven't already, check out his wide collection of wares.
Spookiness.
You can find them online. Get ready for the Kickstarter for Nightmare World. Halloween. As I'm calling it now, Halloween. Halloween!
This book has been a decade in the making, so yeah.
And it's finally coming out, plus the omnibus. You have Tales of Mr. RHEE, Right or Wrong 2. Got a lot coming out. So again, we always appreciate Dirk's time. Thanks for having us. Check us out on all sorts of social media.
Me too. Look for this guy.
All things Dirk Manning.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr at Dirk Manning. www.dirkmanning.com is my website. You can sign up for my newsletter there and see all the archives of all the awesomeness at Comicsverse as well.
All the old webcomics too that he's done.
Yeah.
So find us as well. All things Comicsverse at Comicsverse on all things social media. So I'm Chris Massari and I'm signing off for Comicsverse.